like to give confession.
Sí, todos.
My mother would like all of us to give confession.
Hey, like hell I will. Guess what? No.
Forgive me, Father, for this is bullshit. Don, it's a lovely gesture to make you a guest. How's sobriety working for you? It's wonderful to see you and Donnie together again.
Oh, yeah. We got remarried this morning.
You're kidding.
Can you keep a secret?
It's confession.
Yeah.
And as we all know, forgiveness doesn't come through a man. That's what we usually talk about when we see those type of things. We're like, oh man, they confessing their sins to that man and this and that, this and that. But confession and absolution is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing that the church has lost, man. Like, not the church at all, because some churches still practice it. Here. And it might not be private confession and absolution, even though that's great. That's right there's a beautiful thing, you know. Sometimes it's corporate, where you admit it, you're falling short and things of that nature. But instead of them saying the person you harmed, the person you did wrong to forgives you, the blessed pastor professes Christ's words, saying you are forgiven. Like, it's the same dynamic, you know what I'm saying, where he's reading from the Bible, pretty much stating that Christ says he forgives you for your sins. It's like the same example, but up to a level that you can't even compare, where you can come to the plate and not have to hide or justify or make excuses for what you know you did was wrong. I mean, it's hard to put it in perspective, man. Hey, let me jump in here, man. So, the part about this man can't forgive my sins. Yeah, I didn't touch on that. But I just heard this great example by Brian Wolfmiller about that exact topic. So I'm going to cut to a clip of him right here, you know what I'm saying, talking about it.
Has already been given for your freedom. So when Jesus breathes on the disciples, that's what he's saying. I've died for the sins of the world, and now I'm authorizing you to go and to preach this forgiveness, to distribute this forgiveness in my name in every place, to every sinner, to all who have been died for by Christ. God be praised. Now, here's the picture to help it make sense, and hopefully this is helpful. You got to imagine that you're sitting in a jail cell across the street from the courthouse, and your case is being heard by the judge in the courthouse. And someone brings in evidence. It's Jesus who brings the evidence of his blood. And so the judge makes a pronouncement, and he says, you're free. In my case, it's Brian is free. He can go. And the bailiff, who's there to hear the verdict, carries the key across the street and opens the cell and says, I set you free. Now, what if we say, no, only the judge can set me free. You don't have the authority to set me. Only the judge can set me free. And we stay in the open cell. No, the bailiff comes not on his own authority, but on the authority of the words spoken by the judge, who gave him the key and said, unlock the cell. Whoever you set free, I set free. This is the authority, is not the bailiff's authority. It is the judge's authority. But the bailiff exercises that authority on behalf of the judge.
His bailiff example was brilliant. His bailiff courtroom example, brilliant. That's why I said, man, yo, this internet, man, there's a lot of blessings out here, man. A lot of great things we can learn and get resources to. Because back in the day, man, when you had a question, you had to just track down your pastor. It's not saying you shouldn't track him down, but, yo, it could be the middle of a Tuesday. And you want to learn something, or you have a question, he might not be online. You know what I'm saying? And to know that their sins really are forgiven. Like, to know that when Christ told them that whatever sins you forgive, I forgive. To know that he gave that to the church. So when that judgment is pronounced, it's as if Christ is saying it directly to you. It's hard to, like I said, man, one of the most beautiful things, man.